What's going on, guys? Welcome to Southern Hike. I'm Taylor, and today we're talking about the Jetboil Flash against the MSR PocketRocket 2. Guys, one of the main things you need when you're cooking out on the trail is a good stove, even if it's at a campsite, a recreational campsite, or if you're backpacking. You want to have a good stove with you. Make sure you can heat up your coffee, dried meals, or things like that. You got to have a good way to warm it up, and making sure you also have something that's not too heavy, but also can handle what you need to warm up. And at least I think most dried meals are like 2 cups of water or 16 ounces. So you got to have enough to be able to boil that water. And then for coffee, usually about 8 to 12 ounces amount of water you need. If you check out one of our previous videos with the AeroPress, I do a video with the Jetboil, and this shows how you can use this, or talk about this also, use this for the AeroPress Go. Check out that video as I'll link it up above. And so you always want to have a good option, like I said, for in the field. So today I want to talk about 2 of the main options that I have. It's really a matter of preference. Honestly, a lot of ultralight backpackers would be crazy to say that they would carry this. It's just too big and bulky. But at the same time, I mean, for an overnight or a weekend hike, backpacking hike, it's a really good option as long as you've got room in your pack. Now, if you want to save on weight and also save some room, you would use like the MSR PocketRocket. Now, it's a great option. I actually have the PocketRocket here, and then this is the Totes 650 milliliter pot. It actually is very light. It's titanium. You have to be very delicate with it too, though, because it's very thin. So I have not squished mine, but I've always been careful not to put too much pressure on it because I'm afraid it'd bend it. It's so light. So today I want to talk about a couple of the pros and cons to each one and what's the best option to use. One of the first things I want to talk about is weight. Now, this honestly is, I'm going to have a scale here. This is honestly half the weight of this setup here. Now, this is an all-in-one package too, though. So all you got to have is your tank here, and then you're ready to go. It's all put together. I have to piece the MSR kit here together and have everything ready. This is the PocketRocket 2, which is not the, I believe it's called a deluxe. It does not have the built-in lighter also. So let's go ahead and put these on the scale and see what their exact weights are. Today I'm going to measure in grams if my scale decides it wants to zero out. Starting with the PocketRocket 2, let's put this kit together. What's the minimum we would need to have a camp stove? And go ahead and set it on this scale. So that would be 205 grams. Now, I'm not going to include the actual gas for each one because you're going to need those for either one, so I'll strictly stick to the stove itself. So we're at 205 grams. Now, I also want to mention, before I put this on there, I did bring the stand, or keep the stand with it. You could take that out. Let's see, that weighs 27 grams, so you could remove that out. Honestly, you don't have to have it if you got a good flat spot to put it. But I'm going to keep it on here just to keep this as a kit. And we're at 400 grams on the dot. So this is almost double what this setup is. That's the big thing about it. Now, that's the first thing is the weight of it. So the other thing is this can pretty much take up half the room. Let me go ahead and take out the pot. I can go ahead now. You'd want to put something there so it doesn't rattle around too much, especially beating up the ladder in the actual burner itself. We've got everything in here. This Totes pot's nice. I love the little bag they give you with it. Kind of seal everything up. Put everything in here together. So I'm at half the room it would take to carry the Jetboil Flash. As you can see, it's a little bit over half, but on pretty much half the room to be able to carry this one. So that's a big thing in your pack if you're like struggling for how much room you have. So that's something to consider also. So that's the second thing. The third thing is I want to say before I actually do it is that one pro and one con is this right here has an actual like thermal covering over it. It's like a cloth material that covers over. That way you ain't got to worry about burning your hands. And that's a big thing to have, and I've grabbed this anytime when it's boiling. It's been no issue that it can handle that heat. Kind of stays inside it. It's like a thermal protection. And so the bad side of this is that, let me take this back out. We'll be taking it out anyways. This right here, take everything out of here. Handles, they do get hot. On this Toke's little pot here, the handles do get hot. So that's something to know too. Now, if you got something around you, like if you're carrying with you a small cloth or something, you can easily grab that and, you know, make do with it. I've done it before. It's not that big of an issue. But this one, you can grab while it's boiling. It's no issue at all. So let's go ahead and set these both up. I'm going to do a quick boil test with both of these. And let's see how fast, if they compare, if one boils faster than the other. I'm going to use 16 ounces for both of them of water. And then the same temperature. We're in a climate control area right now in this apartment. And also, you know, we're at pretty high, but not too high above sea level. I think it's about 700 to 800 feet right here. So let's go ahead and put these all together and start a boil test and see how long it takes. Alright, we're set up now. So let's go ahead and start both of these. I'm going to start a timer. And then let's see how long it takes for both of these to boil. I've got 16 ounces of water in both of them. This one's a little bit more thermally sealed, and this is the light, you know, Toke's 650 milliliter pot. So it doesn't have much thermal, you know, concealment in there. So let's go ahead and see what's the boil times and which one gets to a boil first. I'm going to go ahead, get my timer ready. I'm going to go ahead and start this one. Okay. Alright, they're both on. Let's start. Now, it's just time to wait. We're at 1 minute. Alright, so the Jetboil, right at 2 minutes, it's boiling. Let me go ahead and cut it off. 4 minutes for the PocketRocket to get to boiling. We've got 2 big cups of boiling water now. Okay guys, as you've seen now, this one took 2 minutes. This one took 4 minutes. Same amount of water. The gas levels, I try to keep them right at the same. So that's another thing to keep in mind also when you're trying to pick which the best option is for you. Things to think about. The PocketRocket is small. You can carry it in a lot smaller area, but you've also got to keep a lighter with you. This does not have a starter on it. This is also half the weight of the Jetboil. So that's another big thing to think about also. Another thing I didn't mention before is the wind protection on both. This has a lot better wind protection than this one does. So if you're somewhere where there's a lot of wind, this one's going to be a lot better for any kind of wind getting up under it and taking away any of the thermal protection to keep the water, you know, rising temperature. This one has no protection on it at all, so you're really going to be fighting the wind, so that's something to think about too. The Jetboil is one large kit. That's a great way to have it. Everything comes together. It's all built and designed to work as a system. This is kind of pieced together. Toke's is different than MSR, so I had to buy both of these separately. As far as price goes, this I think ended up spending around $65 for this setup. This setup is going to be right around $100, so that's another thing to check on. Don't confirm on those prices. I would need to check online again to confirm them. I'll try to link everything below. That's another thing also to think about. Guys, I hope this video is informative to help you choose which is going to be the best option for you. Guys, thank you for all our subscribers. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're Southern Hike. We try to keep you updated on anything hiking, backpacking, and traveling also. We do a lot of local trails and share our experience on those trails, and we also try to go to national parks as we can. It's year 2020 when the pandemic's happened, so it slowed us down a little bit right now. We do have some trips in the fall coming up though that we're hoping to work out great. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, make sure to comment if you have any questions about either one of these. I'll be glad to answer anything I can on either one of them. Guys, thanks for watching and have a great day.